to swim. You better learn quick, Jim.
I wanted to do a quick video on my tile cutters here that I use. So I've been a professional tile setter for over 15 years. And my preferred tile cutter that I like to use is the Sigma tile cutter. Now, this is the best tile cutter I think you can get. You can also get what's called a monolith cutter. Those are really good, and I have one in the 24-inch size. But I do prefer the Sigma cutter. It feels a little bit better to me. It just feels a little bit more tuned. All right, so I'll start with the smallest one. This is a 12-inch. This will cut up to a 12-inch tile. And then we have this one, it'll cut up to an 18, and I got this one, it'll cut up to a 26-inch. And then my big cutter here, this will cut up to 52 inches. So one thing I wanted to talk about was my monolith cutter. That's the same size as this one. And one of the reasons I prefer the Sigma is, okay, so on the monolith, the handle it has is this handle. It's got the push style, so it has the wheel in the back. And my Sigma in the 24-inch or 26-inch has the wheel in the front. Now, I much prefer the wheel in the front, and the reason is if you're doing precise cuts, which a lot of the work that we're doing now in these high-end homes and all this sort of stuff, you need to be able to do precise cuts. So cutting, you know, a 5 1/4 to 6 1/8 or whatever. Now, having the wheel in the front, you can see where you're scribing. If I put a piece of tile on here, if I want to cut from here to here straight, that's fine on a push cutter. But if I want to cut on an angle like this, and I want to be able to see the marks that I'm cutting, it's really nice having the wheel in the front because I can see exactly where I'm going to cut. Now, if you're doing precise cuts and you have a push style, you almost have to lay on the ground to be able to see what the wheel is cutting. And that's fine on a big cutter. And the reason is, if you're cutting a big tile, you need to have a lot of force. Not too much force that you're going to shatter the tile, but it's a lot better for the bigger cutters. For the smaller cutters, if you're cutting 24-inch tiles or smaller, you really want the wheel on the front. So that is the main reason I much prefer the Sigma. And the Sigma just feels like it's a little bit better. I mean, I've had this one for, I'd say, 12 years, and I've used it more than any of my other cutters. You can tell I've totally beat it up. It's worn right out, but it still works fine. I've cut probably tens of thousands of tiles on this cutter, and it's worth every penny that I spent on it. So as you can see with the big cutter, you do need a lot of scribing power. You don't want to push too hard and shatter the tile, but it is nice having this push handle to be able to get a lot of force, do a nice scribe, and break the tiles. For the smaller cutters, the pole style works a lot better to be able to do precise cuts. So I'd recommend the pole style on tiles smaller than 24-inch by 24-inch. And the push style on large tiles like these 48-inch tiles.